Welcome to Natural Powers. If you're new to my channel, my name is Adrian, and this is our post-ecliptic energy update. So, how did you guys like the eclipse? It was so cool. Let me know if any of you guys watched it, like online. I know you couldn't really see it here in the States, and I actually heard that it was not a good idea to look at it. Did you guys know how special this last eclipse was? Did you feel the change in energy the next day? It was amazing. Oh my gosh. So we're going to talk a little bit about what it felt like before the eclipse and how it feels now. So this last eclipse on July 27th of 2018 was a very special eclipse. It was one of the longest eclipses in over 100 years. And this eclipse was also part of a 25,000 year cycle. Now, you would know more about that if you're following astrology or the awakening, and if you guys want to know more about that, one of my favorite channels to listen to, I will link her video about the last eclipse and the next eclipse in the description box below, because she has some amazing insider info, and it's just so cool. I love listening to her channel. So before the eclipse, the week before the eclipse especially, if you were feeling the energy, it felt awful. No, okay, not awful. It felt tight and stiff and negative-ish, and it just felt like there was a lot going on. Time was flying by, and especially the week before the eclipse was especially draining for those of us that are sensitive to energy. I was wiped. I was so tired. And I didn't know how to explain it to my husband. I'm like, I'm gonna sleep in because the energy was so intense. So I slept in oh my gosh, 3-4 days before the eclipse. I just woke up feeling drained. I wasn't really drained, but I just woke up to my body just felt drained. I don't know if you guys felt that too. It was rough. So I also heard from, like I said, Aluna, that it wasn't a good idea to go out during the eclipse or to look at it. Now, we couldn't see it here, but here's some pictures of what it looked like. And I did go out that day. I actually ran out to the gas station to pick up my daughter and some fun stuff for the weekend, so we didn't have to get back out, and I avoided looking at the sky, but I snapped these pictures of the sky because they looked really cool. I snapped these pictures of the sky on my phone, and I'm sorry, they're not great quality pictures, but this is what it looked like here in the States, 15 to 30 minutes into the eclipse. This is what the sky looked like. And I think one of the coolest things I found about the eclipse is it was interesting that I could feel the energy that was going on, but I could also kind of see that the planet is going through a lot of the same things. So before the eclipse, there was, oh my gosh, it was 80 to 90 every day in July. It was awful. It did not rain much at all. I was really worried about us getting into a drought, because the river I live by has gotten extremely low to the bottom. The whole month of July, it was barely raining once a week. It was once every 2 weeks for June and July. There was plants dying, there's plants getting burnt by the sun, there were yards dying, and then the eclipse hit Friday evening, and it felt strange outside. Yeah, the energy outside felt kind of weird the day of. I don't know how exactly to describe it, but I walked outside the day after, and it felt beautiful. It felt beautiful. As soon as the eclipse was over, the temperatures were cooler, the weather was milder, and it rained. It finally rained, and it's going to be cloudy all week. It's like beautiful. We came out of the eclipse, and Saturday was just this calm, cool, beautiful day. It was awesome. And I walked outside to check the mail to see if I got my tarot cards in the mail. They weren't there yet, but it was like invigorating walking outside. It was like walking out onto a completely different planet almost. Like the energy outside was nearly uplifting. It was so light and free, and it just felt, like I said, lighter, and it felt like a dream almost. And so I came back in, and my cat was like dive bombing us on the couch, which she does not normally do, and I was like, what is she doing? This is crazy. We were laughing at her, and my husband said, life is a playground, and that's exactly what the energy felt like. I was like, no kidding. That's what it felt like when I walked outside. It feels like life is a game, and it feels like it's easier to see through the manipulation and the illusion, and just to cut through it. It feels like it's a game, and it's going to be so easy to be winning. It feels so easy to be winning. So that thing you've been putting off, that thing that you want to do, start taking steps towards it. It doesn't matter if they're baby steps. That's how everybody starts. It doesn't matter. It feels so nice right now. If you are ready to start manifesting, now is the time. It is beautiful. It feels like life is a playground, and it has not changed. Actually, I was talking about how we could like see that the earth is going through the ascension process as well. With like all this energy built up to the eclipse, it was hot, and the storms were terrible. Every time it rained in July, it was giant gray storm clouds, and it would be so windy. We had the power flash like 3-4 times in a few weeks, and the storms were crazy. And then after the eclipse, it's rained. It didn't rain the day after the eclipse. It was just beautiful outside. But the following 3 days, it's rained every day, and it hasn't stormed. It's just been this light blanket of clouds, almost like a cotton batting blanket of clouds instead of storm clouds. And so it'd be kind of shady outside, but light and raining, and it was just this beautiful light misty rain, and it feels so good. It feels like everything's getting watered, and everything's gonna be fine, and it feels like we've released a lot of energy that was causing chaos. And it's nice to know that we're not purging alone. So the planet is doing the same thing, and this beautiful 3 days of just, I want to call it like healing rain. It's been quiet and calm and wet and just lovely outside, but the change in the energy really threw me for a loop. I walked outside Saturday and was just like, where am I? It was a completely different feeling. It was a completely different feeling from the week before. So this week is it. It's time to make plans, guys. Let's do this. So come back for more. Let us know what you experienced during the eclipse in the comments below. Subscribe if you'd like to see more videos about the ascension, the awakening, spirituality, science, or the newest innovations that are helping everyone thrive. And next we will probably be talking about how this dimension works and lots of stuff about energy. So if you have any questions or ideas on stuff that you'd like to hear about, you can leave those in the comments below as well. But make sure to tell us how you experienced the eclipse, where you're at. Did you get to see it? Did you go outside during it? Did anything bad happen? Did you have a bad day during the eclipse? Did you feel the shift in energy the next day? Drop it all on me in the comments. I love you. Namaste.